Hey, everybody. Welcome to A Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Huge news. Just don't have a watch on. Moments before tonight's taping, the Electoral College officially certified that Joseph R. Biden won the 2020 presidential election. Again, he did it. He's still the winner. At this point, Joe Biden has won the election so many times, he's our 46th president through 51st president. This is also big news because this means after 6 agonizing weeks, the election is finally over. Stick a fork in the president. He's done. Also, keep that fork handy because poking him in the butt might be the only way to get him out of the White House. And I'll give you the latest whining in what I hope is the final installment of a far too long-running segment.
When hair dye leaks from Rudy's head, throw out all the votes. Depressed and covered in spray tan, throw out all the votes. Go down, Proud Boys, Boogaloo, and Ku Klux Klan. Tell all Alito, throw out all the votes.
The road from the White House.
These are getting longer. And I love them. It's less work for me, I'll grant you that. Looks like the president has finally run through all the possible ways he can attempt to destroy our democracy, but that doesn't mean his months-long assault hasn't done some damage. I mean, just getting the Rudy stains out of the carpet alone is going to take some elbow grease. I think that's what was running down his face. Now, case in point, the Electoral College vote itself. Today, the Michigan Capitol was closed. Arizona electors met at an undisclosed location, and there was a secret entrance in Wisconsin to keep electors safe. This is crazy. These people aren't politicians. They're not even voters. They're messengers of what the voters said. This is what the phrase, "don't shoot the messengers," was literally invented for. But thanks to the GOP, now that saying is buy the messengers some bulletproof vests and sneak them in through the back door because we are cuckoo bananas and we got a lot of guns. This should all be just boring. Everyone knows it's going to happen. It's not normally news at all. It's like issuing death threats to paint for drying. This is like signing up for the PTA and being told, okay, you're all signed up. Here's your nunchucks and your flamethrowers. We'll see you at Wednesday's meeting in the Thunderdome. Can you bring the snacks? But it wasn't just the death threats. The coverage of today's vote was absurdly dramatic. Just look at this actual urgent moment from CNN.
More votes, by the way, are coming in right now. Just moments ago in Missouri, the electors confirmed there are 10 electoral votes for President Trump and Vice President Mike Pence.
I'm sorry, Wolf. We have to cut away from that dramatic footage because I'm just learning that your Uncle Alan has decided to iron his shirt. We will, of course, check back on that story if there are any new wrinkles. Perhaps the worst recent assault against democracy was the super dumb lawsuit filed by Texas Attorney General and mugshot you just found of your grandma's new boyfriend, Ken Paxton. Texas wanted to invalidate all the votes in Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Georgia because those states made it a little easier to vote during a pandemic. But Texas doesn't get to tell other states how to do their thing. I mean, if we're living by those rules, let's kick Texas out of the union because all our exes live there. But this lawsuit was the president's last hope. He called it the big one. Well, on Friday night, he bit the big one. The Supreme Court rejected the Texas suit seeking to subvert the election. Ooh, that's got to sting. The president personally stacked the court to hand him the election. Then they all went reasonable on his ass. That's like Frankenstein's monster going, "Bringing me back from the dead is, I must say, fraught with moral and ethical hazards, and for the record, fire quite useful when used with caution." The case was denied for lack of standing. Well, no surprise there. The president struggles with standing, walking, even sitting without looking like he's on the toilet. With the loss, the president is now 1 in 59 in post-election litigation. That is such a terrible record, he's getting sympathy cards from the New York Jets. But in the face of reality, the president is defiant. Tweet yelling, "We have just begun to fight." Well, then you really should have started fighting earlier because you just got your ass handed to you and it's over. On Saturday, before the Army-Navy game, the president held a too close to a face interview with Brian Kilmeade and had a bizarre explanation for why he thinks he really won.
The election was over at 10 o'clock in the evening. I had won. It was 97, 98%. All of the bookies all over the world were saying the election's over. They wouldn't even take bets on it.
Oh, yeah. Everybody knows it's the bookies who picked the president. That's why in 1932, Herbert Hoover suffered a crushing defeat at the hands of President Seabiscuit. The president wasn't alone in his failed war against democracy because a legal brief supporting Texas's terrible and stupid and wrong and stupid and dumb lawsuit was signed by 126 House Republicans. To put that in perspective, if you put all 126 of those congressmen onto one raft going over Niagara Falls, I'd watch. Following the SCOTUS decision, most of these guys stayed silent, but Louisiana Representative Mike Johnson tweeted this quote by John Quincy Adams, "Duty is ours, results are God's." Okay, but I prefer another famous John Quincy Adams quote, "You lost, Mike Johnson, suck my sideburns." So what's to be done with these anti-democratic cult members? Well, there's an interesting idea put forth by New Jersey Congressman Bill Pascrell, seen here staying perfectly still until he remembers why he came into the kitchen. Pascrell sent a letter to Speaker Nancy Pelosi in which he points out that the 126 congressmen have violated a clause in the 14th Amendment barring rebellion against the Constitution, adding, stated simply, men and women who would act to tear the United States government apart cannot serve as members of Congress. That seems like the bare minimum for government service. To be elected, you have to believe in our elections. Same way, in order to work at Arby's, you have to believe it's meat. But banning 126 members of Congress may be a bit too much, so I have my own more limited suggestion for Speaker Pelosi. You don't have to bar 126 Republicans, but 18 of them come from those 4 states whose elections they claimed were fraudulent, which is a weird self-own. It's like being at the altar. She says, "I do," and you're like, "Really? Why?" So I think it's only fair that these 18 either recognize the election as valid or be consistent and say that their wins were fraudulent. Put it to a floor vote on day one. Resolved, the elections in Pennsylvania, Michigan, Georgia, and Wisconsin were free and fair. Therefore, we will seat our 18 colleagues. That way, the GOP either has to vote that Biden won fairly or vote that these 18 idiots lose their jobs. Either way, it's a win-win. In the end, even having a spineless lackey heading the Justice Department wasn't enough to let the president steal the election. Because moments after Biden clinched the Electoral College, the president announced that Attorney General Bill Barr has resigned. It's a fitting end to Mr. Toadie's wild ride. In a bid for attention, the president tweeted, "Bill will be leaving just before Christmas to spend the holidays with his family. Ooh, if only there were something called vacation, where you didn't have to quit your job in the administration to see your family for Christmas." Hopefully, Barr will leave office by being seized by anonymous federal agents and stuffed into an unmarked van. Of course, this doesn't come as a huge surprise. Sources say the president was frustrated with Barr over his recent comments that the Justice Department had found no evidence of widespread election fraud. So Barr had to leave because he refused to do what the president wanted, a reward usually reserved for his wives. Now, I hate to tell you, Mr. President, you can't make an entire cabinet-level agency do your bidding. It's the Department of Just Us, not just you. Now, in case you were wondering if Bill Barr would distance himself from the administration, his resignation letter makes it clear that he will not. He writes, "Your record is all the more historic because you accomplished it in the face of relentless, implacable resistance. Few could have weathered these attacks, much less forge ahead with a positive program for the country. You built the strongest and most resilient economy in American history." Adding, "Your ass is the softest and supplest hiney my lips have ever smooched. It has a velvety richness with a faint note of jackboot and peppermint." Of course, the president isn't the only scourge that hopefully will be gone soon. There's also COVID. And I'll tell you the latest in tonight's edition of Catch a Third Wave, Endless Bummer.
Surf's up, dude. Oh no, I'm afraid of needles. Yeah!
It's got a needle and teeth. We've spent 9 months in hiding from a virus that continues to devastate our communities, but Friday night we finally got the news we've been waiting for. The FDA announced an emergency use authorization for the first COVID-19 vaccine. And this morning, the first American was vaccinated, Sandra Lindsay, a critical care nurse in Queens, which was the epicenter of the pandemic in the spring. That feels really good to see. I mean, that is moving. This is the most excited I've been to watch someone else's doctor appointment since Evel Knievel got a routine physical over Snake River Canyon. Nurse Lindsay had an important message for Americans.
I feel like healing is coming. I want to instill public confidence that the vaccine is safe. We're in a pandemic, and so we all need to do our part. To put an end to the pandemic and to not give up so soon.
Absolutely. Until this is over for good, we cannot give up on mask wearing and social distancing. Everything else, I've already given up on. Eating at a table, working at a table, wearing pants below the table. Plus, they unveiled the brand new post-shot sticker, "Crushing COVID-19, got my vaccine." A much better rhyme than 1885's "Immune from cholera, now back to a life of squalor." Now, before you get your jab, there are some guidelines. Specifically, the vaccine is only recommended for people 16 and over. So when you turn 16, you get to drive and you get COVID immunity. It's such a rite of passage. I look forward to MTV's My Super Sweet Vaccine. We have a great show for you tonight. Christopher Walken is here. Chance the Rapper is here. For Pete's sake, Melania Trump is here. But before we do any of that, normally right now we would cut to commercials, but we're guessing you would prefer more show in a segment we like to call More Show. So instead of a commercial break, we're going to do that. Tonight's More Show is brought to you by Google's Year in Search. It's their annual short film that I'm going to show you in just a minute, which explores the previous 12 months' top Google search trends. See, every year there's one search term that stands out more than the others. For instance, 2017 was the year of people searching how, and 2020 was the year of people searching why. It's understandable. We've all been through a lot this year, and the why questions that topped 2020 reflect that, like, why are flights canceled? Why is the NBA postponed? Why are schools closed? And why is toilet paper sold out? I have a quick follow-up question. Why haven't you heard of the pandemic? And how do you search Google from under that rock? And because we're doing this Google thing, we asked them what were the top searches about me. Well, it turns out, and this is absolutely real, the number one question about me in 2020 was, how old is Stephen Colbert? Come on! That's an unfair question this year. 2020 has been brutal, but I still like to think I'm aging like a bottle of fine wine, out of the sun, a little dusty, and filled with wine. All these questions are kind of a cool snapshot of humanity. And, it's easy to forget that you can pull out a device like this one from your pocket and search Google for literally every piece of information ever generated by civilization, like how does calculus work, and what is consciousness, and what are the Four Noble Truths? You see, the things we search truly reflect who we are. Cats dressed as Boba Fett. Truly, an age of enlightenment. So, what has the rest of the world been searching all year? That's what Google's Year in Search video is for. Here's a look at what was on our minds in 2020.
The most human trait is to want to know why. And in a year that tested everyone around the world, why was searched more than ever.
The spread of the coronavirus has passed a significant milestone.
And while we didn't find all the answers, we kept asking. Some questions inspired joy. Others, excitement.
Life in the bubble.
You love me? Yes. You love me? Yes. You love me? Yes.
I don't know what an improper fraction is.
Keep all of those distractions out of the way.
We found politics, y'all.
Oh my God.
Put it on there and start it up for me.
What are y'all doing? It's still March. How many days in March?
Some questions made us cry.
You know, we've been through our ups and been through our downs. I think the most important part is that we all stayed together throughout. I love you guys.
Some made us worry about this spinning rock we call home.
Fires were detected in the Amazon rainforest.
Why were so many lives lost?
Almost 1.5 million people have now died of COVID-19 worldwide.
Why are we still asking the same questions?
George Floyd repeatedly told the officers that he could not breathe.
So why do we still have strength to continue?
I believe in your power. I believe in our power.
Chants of Black Lives Matter echoed from thousands of protesters in cities around the world.
Why are we not defeated?
We have made too much progress, and we are not going back. We are going forward.
Planes are starting to arrive in Beirut full of international aid.
Firefighters from around the world arriving in California.
There are over 100 coronavirus vaccines in development worldwide.
This is one of those times when people look out for one another and have each other's backs.
We kept going for those who showed us the way.
Think about how you would like the world to be for your daughters and granddaughters.
Remember, the struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose. Press on with pride and press on with purpose.
Why is it that this year showed us its worst, and we still found ways to triumph?
An incredible feat for Maya Gabeira.
Naomi Osaka, U.S. Open Championship.
Can't let Corona stop you. Can't let quarantine stop you.
So until we get to every answer, we're still searching.